Hey everyone, pretty large unboxing today. There's a 3x3 there for scale. This is about 5 kilos of cubes, so I'm pretty excited to get the package. I'm actually running out of natural light a little bit, but there's no way I'm waiting till tomorrow to film this video. There's not going to be any super new puzzles in there, except I think the Meilong is the only new one. And there are some duplicates, as you can see here. Let me just move the box out of the way. Take a look. Right, it's massive. So let's start with that one, why not? So this is a 4x4 Shengshao tank. And I get this to make force cubes because I have this force red 3x3 tank and I really like it. So I want a matching 4x4. I tried one at a competition and I really liked it. The thing is, it used to have I think black internals, now it has white. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's a shame. The thing is, it doesn't have great performance at all, but it feels very nice, much like the 3x3. So it has, it's fast, it's smooth, and if you set it up well, if you loosen it a little bit and put some thick lube, it's super nice to use. And so I want to use the force one for just slow solving, for casual solving, because this feels really effortless and quite nice. I hate the shades though, so but for a force cube it will be fine. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of boxes. So I have obviously 6 of those. Try to get them out of the way. So that's the tanks. I also got 6 of those. This is to make not force cubes actually, but sandwich cubes. So I made a video recently about the sandwich cube, which is a really fun puzzle that non-cubers also seem to enjoy. So I want to make a few small, tiny ones that you can keep in a pocket. And this was basically the only real option I had. So this is the YJ mini bread, 4.5 centimeters, centimeters. This was the only decent option because the 45mm cubing classroom was out of stock. Everything smaller has a keychain, so you can't really use it to make 6 cubes because you'll have some with lots of holes in them. So I got this, which I assumed would turn okay, and it does. This is quite tight out of the box, quite pillowed as well. It feels like it anyway. Very rounded. It's a nice. It's a nice feel. It will be very nice in a pocket. And yeah, those will be perfect for a little puzzle like that. They're very cheap. Shades are very good, like the same as an MF3RS2 or something like that. So yeah, if you want a pocket pillow cube, this one is absolutely fine. I will of course be making videos about all these modifications as well. So these are all the, just checking that there's the right number, you know. Alright, moving on. Aha, so this is my new 7x7 main. Because I do have a 7x7, but it's a V-cube, so I never bothered to upgrade, but wow, it's beautiful. It's so tiny and so light compared to a V-cube. I don't have the V-cube with me, but yeah, it's very different. So I didn't want to buy like a magnetic one and really get into the event, but I want to have a big cube to occasionally do a long solve on. And this seemed like a fine budget option as far as I could tell from reviews and so on. Just scramble it. Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's perfect. Obviously I don't have like a really good 7x7 to compare it, but I tried some good ones. Naturally this isn't on the same level, but it seems perfectly comfortable to use right out of the box, which is just what I need, you know. I'm not gonna speed solve this. If I get into speed solving, I will get a good one, a magnetic one and so on. Certainly not gonna magnetize this one myself. This makes me really want to get the 9x9 or the 11x11 actually, because it looks so nice when it's scrambled. Beautiful shades. I think it could be loosened a little bit without exploding because it feels a bit tight. I could be wrong, I don't know. Maybe just some lubing or some breaking in. But it's a pleasure to use. I have a terrible 6x6. It's the YJ1 Risu or something like that. Rishi. Yeah, well the latest one that's really bad. Apparently the 7x7 is okay, but the 6x6 is awful. And this by comparison is wonderful. It's if you just want your first 7x7, or if like me you had a V-cube, this is absolutely perfect. Okay, so there's going to be a bunch of obscure 3x3s in this package, including this one. So this is the YJ, I forget, Lingen, something like that. It's just a cube with dots instead of... let me make some room here. Instead of squares, you know. That thing probably needs lube. Oh yeah. So it's awfully dry. There's bits of plastic falling off. But I'm sure with some setup it will turn adequately. There's other options like the QJ, the Chiyi Dimension, and there's the Kung Fu Dot Cube. Similar idea. I thought this one looked the best out of those, and the most, I felt it would be the most speed solvable in terms of recognition. I don't know if it will be, I'll give it a try. But I just like the way it looks. It was very cheap. And it's a fun cube to, you know, take on the bus or something. And I don't know, it's just another silly cube for the collection, basically. In those unboxings, there's a lot of stuff I absolutely want and need, and then there's all the rest that you like, why not? It's $2, you know. This one I'm not gonna get into much, just do a few turns to show you. It's the Moyu inequilateral cube or something like that, unequal cube. There's a piece sticking out here for some reason. Oh my god. So it's awfully tight out of the box and dry. But I know those puzzles turn okay after setup. Let me look at the piece design. Okay. So this is quite badly scratched actually. I don't know what's going on in Moyu's factories, but sometimes their puzzles come in a strange... I mean, it's not super bad, but you can see scratches. I don't know if you can see them there. This is a very uninteresting puzzle, I think. I mean, it's fun if you never had a shape-shifting 3x3. But I want to use them. I have, I think, 2 of those. Yeah, there's the second one. And I want to do some, try some mods. We'll see what happens with that, if it works or not. But yeah, those are for modding and not for use as such. Same as with this one. Just open it and do a few turns for the sake of it. I already unboxed one of those actually. Oh, this turns much better actually. I think this one's lubed a bit and it's much looser. So this is just a Fisher cube. Very nice Fisher cube if you don't have one, but I don't particularly like the puzzle. I prefer the windmill cube for some reason. But this is also for some modding, which you will see more about when it happens. This quickly is just MF3RS2. I already have several. I have one that I magnetized. I have a stickered one, and I have one stickerless one, and I wanted a backup for that one because I really, really like it. Oh, it's very dry. I got an RS3 recently, and while it is better, I think, if you get a cube and like you don't have any lube, you don't know how to set it up, you don't know anything, you don't want to know about it, or a first cube for someone who wants to get fast, this is great because out of the box it's really good. It's decent setup, decent performance. Well, needs some breaking in, of course, but it just works. It's fine. And with setup, it's one of the best cubes out there. Not just budget cubes. Alright. Oh, this is way bigger than I expected. This is a Lan, I think zcube shape mod. Wow, this is huge. Compare that to a 3x3. I thought it would be like the size of a 3x3. Oh yeah, this is a zcube shape mod. So basically I had no octahedron in my collection, and I thought I might get a 3x3 shape mod ultimate. But for now this was cheap, and it seemed interesting. Wow. Yeah, that will be confusing for the first few sols, I think. It's very strange. So it's quite stiff, and dry, but other than that it turns very adequately for a shape mod. Looks interesting. It's so much bigger than I expected. It's fascinating. Alright, what is this? Ah, okay, very nice. So this is the Yushin treasure chest. Basically a ripoff of Oscar van Deventer's design. Although the big difference is this one, you don't need to solve the entire cube actually, you just need to solve the white side. Not even the whole face, I think. I will check, but I think. Which is kind of a bug, but also kind of a feature, I think, because you can gift it to a non-cuber and most people can figure out how to do one face. Pieces are coming apart here. So I got this basically because, not so much for the, let me try the treasure box aspect. Aha. Very cool. Oh, yeah, of course, that's very stupid of me. So, we can take a look at the pieces. Yeah, basically I wanted a decent, oh, this is a tight fit. Very good design. I wanted a big 3x3 that performs decently. I have a big Legend, but it's too big. I have a 6 cm sail, which is fine. But apparently this performs like a modern speed cube. I don't know if the tensions are adjustable. They are interesting. I'll see how that works. And it's a bit smaller. I think it's 66 millimeters. So I felt it should be more usable than the Legend. And just a fun cube to play with. I like cubes of different sizes. It's quite dry, but yeah, it is still quite blocky, but nice performance, nice feel. I'm looking forward to setting it up and doing some solos on it. Alright, so what do we have here? Ah, lovely. So So this is a nice box actually, quite pretty, all black. So this is a Chufeng, which is an older cube. There's a bunch of old cubes on zcube that are at like half price or less. So it's always appealing to me. And this one I just saw some reviews and it seemed like I would like it because it seems to be a rather bumpy feeling, which I tend to enjoy. It has MF3RS2 shades, which I really like. And it has holes in the corners like a Volk or a Yan 3 or stuff like that. And I like the sound of those. So, oh yeah, I do like it. Interesting. So I figured just another cube to add to the collection for just variety. I really like it right out of the box. It is lubed. Tensions are a bit uneven but adequate. Very, very nice. I'm not sure quite how to describe it. It feels like maybe a harder plastic version of an MF3RS2. It flows really well right out of the box. Oh, that's stupid easy reverse corner cutting. I feel no resistance at all. That's ridiculous. It doesn't go super far, but it's so effortless. That's kind of impressive. Yeah, saw some videos, thought I would like it, and I do. Okay, what's next here? Yeah, this is a very old and kind of crappy cube. So this is a Landlands cube, which used to be okay a long time ago. My first cube was a Landland, although it had different stickers. It had kind of bumpy, glittery stickers with weird colors, like it had a grey and a purple and a pink. And I gave it away and I kind of miss it because it had very strong ball bearings and I don't do skew very much. And now I have a magnetic one and that kind of helps. I mean, it does help a lot. But I really like having really strong ball bearings. Just for casual soles, because otherwise I tend to just do that kind of thing and lose control of the puzzle completely. So this is awful by modern standards, and there's like intermediate bumps. I don't really know why, but I don't know. I like the feeling of it. Not a speed cube, but it also looks kind of nice with all the lack of rounding of the pieces. It's very loud, very clicky. I enjoy it. It's just an old cube more for nostalgia than anything. Alright. So this is the new Meilong, which is, I assume you know, but the new super budget cube from Moyu, like to replace sort of the MF3S or something like that, or the MF3. And it looks like it should be basically a better version of the Warrior W. Design looks very similar, except it has rounding here that makes more sense, and on the center as well. And it feels less frosted, which is really nice. It's more like the mini cube in classroom cubes. So I thought it would be decent, and I'm gonna make false cubes out of those. Let's just do some first turns. It's very light. The tensions are okay. There is some lube in there. It needs to be broken in a little bit. It feels dry and scratchy, even though there is some lube. It feels a whole lot better than the Warrior W. I was kind of worried about that actually. and this is nice. It feels a lot like the mini cubing classroom cubes, which feel very nice. I wanted basically a red force cube that had slightly better performance than this, and these seemed like it would be adequate. There's also primary center caps, meaning less work to put them together. And I actually got 7 of those because that was 88 euro cents a piece, since I already took 6 for the 7th one. And I wanted to have one in stickerless as well, just in case it was nice. Otherwise I would have given it to someone. But it is really nice. I would actually, just based on first impressions like that, it's very light. It has a nice feel to it. Just based on that, I would say, because of the price, it is worth getting regardless of your purpose, like as a backup cube, as something to give away, as a practice cube, whatever. I mean, it's, for the price, it's 100% worth it, and it's definitely the best cube in that price range. It is closer to an MF3RS or a Little Magic or something like that than to a Warrior W. Very, very nice. Looking forward to playing with that one more. Okay, that's, what is that? So many cubes. Trying to make sense of those boxes, they all look the same. So this is an Weilong, a mini Weilong actually. So, if I'm not mistaken, I should have 2 of those. The old boxes with Felix and Dexter. And that would be the normal one. I kind of like the consistency of, although I like the shades of the RS3, Moyu had the same colors for quite a while. And like the Meilong here is still the same color scheme, same as an RS2, same as this Weilong. So if you like it, you have tons of cubes to choose from. And so I got 2 of those. I will show you the second one as well. These are the mini versions. They are like $4 on zcube, I think. And I get a pink one as well. I want to do the same thing I did as with the... interesting, the orange seems to be actually the same. Same thing I did with the MF3RS. I want to have a normal stickerless color scheme, except with a pink instead of red. But without, you know, this lighter green and lighter other colors like blue and so on. And the reason is I really like the way it looks, but I don't really like the MF3RS in terms of feel. This one feels drier than this one, so I'll try this one out. I never tried an Weilong before, and wow, I can see why it was loved. I mean, especially considering the time frame here. People switching to this were still coming from Zenshis and stuff like that. This is just vastly superior. Wow, yeah. Yeah, it's basically almost a contemporary cube in terms of performance. Needs a little more force than usual and not as much range of corner cutting. But it feels really nice. I'm happy with the way it feels. It's quite smooth. Lovely colors. Yeah, this one is the same but dry. Let me put those away. So I also got a mini Weilong. It's only available in candy colors, unfortunately. and it's out of stock on many stores. So I thought it's kind of a historic cube as well. So might as well get one while it's possible and fairly cheap. Just out of, you know, curiosity, basically. The outside, the cut of the pieces look a lot like the old Zanchi, almost identical actually. It feels a bit tight, but oh wow. So apparently the mini version is smoother than the regular size version, and I don't know about the normal size, but this cube is smooth. Wow. Just compare it to that one is dry. Yeah, this Weilong feels like it has like harder plastic. It's very nice, but this feels smooth. This feels actually smooth like a Shengsha puzzle. Very surprising coming from a Moyu puzzle. Very, very nice. Wow. Oh, that's really lovely. It's a shame that it's only available in candy colors. It's so nice, I might actually try to find a black one or normal stickerless eventually. And I would say, if you're at all curious about all the cubes, this one is worth getting, maybe more than the Weilong, just because it has that unique feel. Performance is not as good as the Weilong, but very adequate. Yeah, the reverse is reminiscent of the Zanchi days. But the feel is just wow. Very, very nice. Okay, this is my first 4x4 shape mod. I'm kind of intimidated, to be honest. It's the 4x4 axis cube. Again, only available in white on zcube. You can still find it many places in black, but not as cheap. And you have some stickerless versions from Fangsim, but they don't look nearly as good as this. And I actually have a white 3x3 axis cube, so this will look absolutely fine. Wow, it is a bit scary, to be honest. Turning is very lovely. There's some catches, but that's just the shape of the pieces. Yeah, wow. I'm a little intimidated to scramble that one, so I might as well do it immediately. Oh, this is so confusing. It looks phenomenal. So I wasn't sure, I'm still not sure that I will enjoy 4x4 shape mods. So I only get this one, but I think if I do enjoy it, I might get some of the other ones that they made. Or maybe the Fangsin ones, just because of you know, budget reasons. Yeah, so it does catch, but I can kind of tell just by feel that it's the same kind of catches you get on a 3x3 axis cube, which is kind of unavoidable just because of the weird shape of the pieces. There's nothing wrong with the mechanism itself. My God. Have mercy. Okay, it's not quite fully scrambled, I think, but that will do for now. Wow. So I don't know how much I will struggle with the solve, and I assume I will enjoy it mostly, but a big reason to get this is for aesthetic reasons. Like, look at this thing. It's amazing. Okay, just a few more cubes to get through. I get these two old school cubes. This is an Weilong, is it? Which is which here? No, this is the Meilong and this is the Weilong GT. So again, those are discount prices on zcube, And there is no black left, so they have basically all the other colors that nobody wants. And I just enjoy, like for the collection aspect, having different colors of cubes, unusual plastic colors. Moyu had a phase where they were, oh, this is a bit, when they were experimenting with like lots of plastic colors. And it doesn't seem like it's happening again, so I wanted to get like a gray cube. Oh, very nice. So this is the Weilong, which had a decent reputation at the time. It feels blocky. It has a certain smoothness that actually reminds me of the Weilong a little bit. Performance is nice. Not a lot of reverse corner cutting, but oh, tensions are very uneven. Okay, decent reverse corner cutting when the tensions are adequate. Look at that. Very nice feel to it. The usual sticker shades, I think, nothing exceptional here. And so I picked based on colors, but also based on are they interesting cubes. These seem to be interesting enough and different enough. And here I get a pink Weilong GT. I wanted this is actually a much lighter pink than I expected. I have a pink, oh, very nice. I have a pink Shengshou Fang one, which I restickered with pink stickers. And I actually picked this one in pink, the Weilong GT, specifically because, as you can see, it has older shades of stickers. And on the Fang one with the bright shades, I couldn't deal with the recognition for some reason. And I thought it would be easier on with classic shades. This has a much lighter pink that is kind of close to white, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. Looks very nice, feels very nice. Also a very nicely smooth cube with decent performance. I have to say I prefer the Weilong too. It feels blockier, but I don't think there's a huge difference in performance, and it just feels kind of nicer to me. Really like the sticker shades, and actually I get just 2 more puzzles in the box, and they are these ones. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do illusion cubes like I did with the Fang ones, but with more unusual color schemes. I'll just unbox this so you can see the colors real quick. So this is another Weilong, but in brown, which looks very ugly on pictures, but actually in real life it's not bad at all. It's kind of an interesting look. It looks a lot like a black plastic cube. Yeah, same feel as the other one. So I'm going to make illusion cubes with brown internals in this one and gray internals in this one, which should be a pretty unique addition to the collection. I don't think a whole lot of people have those. I might even like go to a competition with one of those just to use it in official solves, just to be different, to be original. And this one I will have pink with primary internals, which isn't super interesting, but I think the pink internals on the primary should look very interesting, because it should let some of the pink get through. I've seen cubes that have primary pieces and black internals, and that looks really cool because it looks kind of grayish. So I think this could be interesting as well. These puzzles are greasy. primary plastic looks always really nice, I think. This feels... yeah, these cubes are surprisingly smooth. Wow. And performance is really not bad at all. I mean, it requires more force than more modern cubes, but I was expecting worse considering the timeline. Alright, I think that's it for this unboxing. Quite a large one, but many duplicates obviously, so not that huge an amount of puzzles. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I sure did enjoy it a lot. And you will be seeing more of some of these cubes in future videos. See you then, bye!